My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramerica. Other people want to make friends? I'm just trying to make you some money. My job is not to entertain you, but to educate, teach you, put this whole thing in context. So call me at 1-800-743-CNBC or tweet me at Jim Cramer. Healthy employment, not a recessionary number. Fed still on the side of the bulls. Consensus in principle with China. What more could we want out of stocks? No wonder we reversed yesterday's loss and put on quite a show. With rallies in pretty much every sector, Dow gaining 301 points, S&P climbing 0.97% to record levels. And NASDAQ pole vaulting 1.13%, also a record. We spent the whole summer hearing experts warn that the economy was headed for a recession and the stock market toward a cataclysm. I told you that was probably nonsense. The United States is a consumer-led economy. The consumer's been very, very strong. We have a weakened industrial base, collateral damage from the trade war, so the manufacturing economy needs the Fed to give it a boost. And that's exactly what happened this week, which is why today's rebound from yesterday's suppressed levels makes perfect sense. All right, that's history. Can the run continue? I think it can, but let me tell you what would help. Let's start with Monday. On Monday, Shantanu Narayan, you've heard me speak of him and seen him many times on the show. He's always bankable CEO of Adobe. He holds what may be a seminal analyst meeting that could set the tone for the whole cloud cohort. These cloud stocks have been the biggest drag on the biggest sector in the market, and their weakness started when Adobe reported a quarter that many people viewed as softer than expected. Well, I recognize that not all of Adobe's acquisitions have panned out so far. I believe Shantanu will clarify things. And when we see the situation more clearly, you know what we're going to discover? That Adobe's doing better than expected, or at least better than we heard last. You know what? If that happens, look out. This group is a coiled spring. We also find out about what's happening at Under Armour. I have to tell you, this one worries me. You know, they got a new CEO, Patrick Frisk. I want to know if he's got, what vision does he have? I'm hoping to get more insight into why he's now in charge and not founder Kevin Plank, who was a friend of the show, remains one. But did the business get weak? Did the company seem to need a new strategy, a new go-to-market plan? Did Kevin Plank just get tired? I don't know. Let's find out. Lyft got a bit of a lift when it reported this week. Now I'm wondering if Uber's been able to pare its losses by leveraging the ecosystem, the one that also includes Uber Freight and Uber Eats, although the latter might be in rough shape given what we heard from Grubhub earlier this week. An upside surprise is sorely needed. You know what? I think I'm going to talk about Grubhub later in the show because of the promiscuous diner. I think I've been at that diner. It's like at exit 53 on the LIE. Does the Fed need to tap on the gas pedal again? Well, let's hear what David Farr has to say, the CEO of Emerson, the giant manufacturer, when he talks on Tuesday. I think Farr's done a terrific job of navigating this newly treacherous, tariff-driven world. His stock is up nearly 20% for the year. That's pretty impressive for an industrial. However, I'm betting he'll describe an environment that's tough to triumph over, which, again, verifies what the Fed did. That same morning we hear from Peloton, and I got to believe this company can blow away the numbers. I mean, this year's crop of IPOs has been one of the weakest and most miserable in recent memories. Just today, Pinterest saw its stock get obliterated after analysts said it didn't grow fast enough. Peloton's in desperate need of redemption. It could actually help the whole IPO cohort if it says something good. If it doesn't run the picture of my wife's Peloton with the Under Armour and her bra and I mean the towels. It's your wife's birthday. The towel. It's happy birthday, Lisa. And I didn't mean that at all. I didn't. It's really Lululemon stuff that hangs from it. On Wednesday morning, we hear from CV. That's Victor S. And this is one of the cheapest stocks I follow, selling for just over 9 times next year's earnings. That's absurd. I think. Let's see if the market agrees with me. When CEO Larry Merlo gives his take on the quarter. The fast food group has been roiled ever since Wendy's announced it was getting into the breakfast business. 20,000 people being hired. McDonald's got slugged on the news, and then it got hit again after reporting a pretty good quarter that was broadly disliked by the analyst community, but I didn't think so bad. As for Wendy's, we don't really know enough about their plans or their pricing. Still, I like this stock since it was trading in the mid-single digits, and that was because my wife liked the Baconator. She actually likes the double cheese Baconator. Once again, happy birthday to Lisa. I bet that this company's going to report good numbers, and just as important, McDonald's will stop going down on this same darn competition story. After close Wednesday, we get results from Qualcomm. The telco semiconductor plays have been on a rampage ever since Apple reported fabulous numbers earlier this week, and then the Chinese rolled out 5G last night. Some of my faves, like Qorvo, Skyworks, and yes, Qualcomm are on rolls. I expect to see some terrific reports from Qualcomm, both earnings and sales. On the other hand, we also hear from Square. Let's spend some time on this. I worry that, this is one I usually don't say, but I worry that I like the stock of Square too much. There are so many competitors in the payment space. I wonder, after the Twitter debacle, that big shortfall, isn't it time for Jack Dorsey, who's also the CEO of Square, to just pick one company and stick with it? When the amazing Sarah Friar was at Square as the chief financial officer, the stock soared. In the year since she left, it's become a total dud. I bet the stock would get its groove back if Dorsey would simply hand over the reins or commit to being CEO full-time. One or the other, Jack. Dexcom reports too. And I bet this maker of glucose monitors that comes on the show all the time for diabetics delivers some far more superior numbers than anybody's thinking. Today, Alphabet bought Fitbit, the down-and-out maker of fitness trackers. James Park, congratulations. I think they should do the same thing with Dexcom and then wrap it up with Fitbit to give you a truly integrated healthcare business. Are you sick of hearing about the cost of these new entertainment services? I hope not, because, Disney's going to report on Thursday. And while I want them to talk about new theme park attractions and new movies, I know everyone's going to be focused on streaming packages. I'm focused on lightsabers. We have to remember why these new platforms are so important. There's little growth without them because of the subscriber losses in the cable business. I still like Disney here and have for years for my charitable trust. My trust is going to own as long as Iger's the CEO. Speaking of entertainment, video entertainment games are still doing fabulously well, but the one that matters is Take-Two Interactive. Strauss Zelnick, who's going to talk about it. I'm going to ask, I got to find out about NBA 2K. I mean, has that gotten hurt because of what happened with China? Don't we need to know about that? I mean, when it reports, we're going to find out. And I bet the CEO will tell us if Adam Silver's courageous stance in favor of the First Amendment is playing any role in sales for NBA 2K. See what else we've got. On Friday, I'm actually worried. I'm worried. Why? We're going to hear from Magna. Magna is the largest auto parts player, and we need to know, because we can't tell from Ford or GM, what's really going on. Let's listen to what Magna has to say. Maybe they will tell us. We're talking about weak sales, rising tariffs. The automakers just don't know, but Magna will, and that's what we're going to find out. See, next week is an important week, not as important as this week when it comes to earnings, but it's certainly going to take us to where we have to go, which is more record highs if everything works out. Let's take questions. I think we should go to Andrew in Alabama. Andrew.
Jim, how's your Boo-eye day today?
It's good, man. It's good.
I see U.S. Steel was up quite a bit today. Do you think the recovery in the prices due to the...
No, and then also no. We don't going to own Letter X, okay? We're not going to own Letter X. If we have to own a steel company, we're going to own Nucor. How about Fady in Illinois? Fady!
Hey, Jim, how are you? Big booyah.
Booyah back.
I was wondering about Citigroup. It's been hovering around 70.
Like 73, still on it. Michael Corbat, good man, CEO, buying back stock, inexpensive, one of the cheapest stocks in the market. Now, I think this positive action can continue. Good earnings would help. I see that coming. And I'm mad tonight. With news this week that the Fed is cutting rates, I'm eyeing one sector that's been a key beneficiary of the move, the home builders. I'm also going to find out if the group has been able to power higher this year and can still do so. Then, after Grubhub's latest quarter, should the company rename itself Grubflub? And it's a company that works with Alaska Airlines, Spotify, Kramer faced Spotify, and the New York Times. You may have even heard of it. I'll reveal it when I turn in my homework. So stay with record-breaking market and stay with crazy. Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.